Hello, I am going to work out some of the exercises that we did in class today so that you have another reference to them other than the class recording. And then maybe a few more. I'm not sure if I'll get those in today or not. But anyway, so I'm just starting with exercise 1. And over on the side, if you remember, Santos was considering investing in Finco, and we had to do the pro forma income statements for Santos under the assumption that he either invested in 10% of their stock, 30% ownership, or 80% ownership levels. Okay, so I'm just going to do their financial statement or their income statement. Okay, and then remember we talked about towards the end how in this class we'll do credits as we'll put credits in the brackets and debits are not going to be in brackets. Okay, so I'm going to try to do that. So this is going to be this plus 300. This is 120. Okay, so at the 10%, before we take into account their 10% ownership in Finco, Santos has operating income of $280,000. All right, remembering that all these what look like negative numbers are actually credits, and a credit balance in revenue is what you want. And so if you have a credit in operating income, that means you have positive operating income. Okay, so if they only own 10% of Finco, then all they're going to do is pick up their share of the dividend. All right, so the dividends were $15,000, so they're going to pick up dividend income. Okay, and it's going to be income, so you're going to put a minus sign in front of it to make it a credit. So 15,000 times their 10% ownership. And I'm going to come down. So you're going to have this plus this. And this will be their net income. The hardest part for me, honestly, is getting my pluses and minuses correct in the formulas. So you always want to kind of have an idea of which way it should go in your head. I know that I did the formula correctly because they had operating income of 280. Dividend income should increase it, and now their net income is 281.5. So I know that I did it the correct way. Now I need to make it look pretty. Okay, so really, this stuff can be copied over, but be careful when you copy, because for some reason, Excel will add like a 1 to things. So if you notice, this 120,000 is now $120,001. I don't know why Excel does that. It's very aggravating. All right, so we have this at 30% ownership. They have a controlling interest. So now we need to use the equity method. All right, so at 30% ownership, need to use the equity method to account for the investment. All right, that means that we're not going to do anything on our income statement with the dividends. That's actually going to come out of our investment, which is a balance sheet item. All right, but Finco did have $70,000 of income, so I need to recognize my share of that as investment income. All right, and it's going to be the 70,000, and it's minus again because it's an income, times my 30%. Good at it. Oops. Do the 280 plus the 21. And there is my income for this one, if they have a 30% investment. Now remember, under the equity method, it doesn't matter that I didn't get $21,000 from them. I record investment income based on the increase to their equity section. Since they had net income of 70,000, their equity is going to go up by 70,000. My share of that is 30%, so I'm going to record investment income of 21,000. Okay, now for the 80% ownership, that's a controlling interest, and I would need to consolidate. Okay, so at 80%, I need to consolidate. All right, and you can consolidate the whole thing as if you own all of it. All right, so I'm going to have minus the 700,000 that Santos had, plus the 450 that Finco had. All right, then they both had 300,000 in cost of goods sold, so I'm going to have 600,000 in cost of goods sold. My selling admin is going to be the 120 plus the 80. And that's it. I'm not going to show anything else here. However, the one thing that I do need to do is split out, since I don't own 100% of the company, I need to split out what my share of that $350,000 income is versus what goes to the non-controlling interest. Okay, so the non-controlling interest, which is NCI, is going to get 20% of that. And then we are going to get 80%. All right, so I hope that helped a little bit.